So welcome to day 2. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some Reiki Infused yoga. So you don't need anything but yourself. This is suitable for any sort of injuries, any abilities. You don't need any yoga experience for this. So my name's Michelle Maslin Taylor, and I specialise in combining the energy healing of Reiki with really restorative and yin yoga poses. So what I've got for you today is just 10 minutes you can do at any time this Christmas or over the festive season to relax, de-stress, calm down from all the chaos around you. So like I say, you can do this anytime. It's perfect for doing in bed actually before you go to sleep. So you can always come back to this video whenever you need through the season. But let's get started straight away. So we're going to start seated and I'll talk you through as we come through the poses. So just extending the legs out in front of you. You can have a little bend in the knees if you need. And we're just going to come into a little forward fold. So just sit up nice and tall to begin with, tilt forward, and then just allow yourself to round down. So these are going to be really passive poses I'm sharing with you today. I like to turn my palms facing up just so I'm not tempted to pull into it. And just really allow your spine to round. Now, depending on your flexibility, this bit might be more of a tilt, so you're really quite upright and just dropping the head forward. Or if you're quite flexible in your back and your hamstrings, you might be all the way down, folding into the legs. Just really find where you need to be. And then once you're there, just allow yourself to settle in. Now the Reiki side, if we were in person, I would be coming around and placing hands on you, but energy is not contained by time nor space or distance, any of the things that we imagine. So I am sending out distance healing to any of you that are taking part in this, whether it be on the recording, whether it be live right now with me. And you can just affirm to yourself that you are open to receive any healing that comes to you today, that this will be received to your greatest and highest good. And if there are any particular physical sensations in these poses, just imagine that the healing is going to those particular areas of your body as well. So as you're here, just breathing in and out through the nose if it's comfortable to do so. And you can imagine with each breath you're drawing in a golden healing light down from the crown of the head, all the way down the spine, through the chakras, to the tummy. And on the exhale, imagine that golden light starting to fill out across the abdomen and into the body, particularly into any areas you're feeling sensation. So in this particular pose, that might be across the lower back, into the back of the hamstrings, for example. And in these poses, because they're passive, we're staying here for a slightly extended length of time to what you might be used to, more like a yin practice. So just really allow yourself to soften in. You might find you start to drop a little bit deeper with each breath. We'll just take a couple more breaths here. And when you're ready to come out, just turning your hands facing down, gently ease yourself back up. Lovely. Well done, everyone. So for this practice as well, if you find that your mind starts to wander at all in these poses, I invite you to just repeat to yourself an affirmation. And that affirmation here, if you don't have one of your own that you want to use, is I am calm and grounded. I'm calm and grounded. Okay, let's come into the next pose. You can just recline yourself down onto your back, starting off with feet on the mat, knees up towards the ceiling. And from here, pick up your right foot and you're just going to turn it and place the right ankle above the left knee, flexing the right foot so the toes are pointing up. This might feel enough of a stretch already. Otherwise, in this reclined swan pose, we'll start to either draw the leg in towards us, holding behind the left thigh or behind the left shin. Just try and hold somewhere that you can relax your head and shoulders down. Remember, we're fully focused on trying to make this as passive and relaxing as possible. So once you've found where you need to be in this one, just see if there's anything you can relax. So using a little bit of arm strength here, but just the bare minimum. See if you can soften through the facial muscles across the brow. And once you've found the spot that feels good for your body this morning, you can just start to focus in on that breath again. I'm calm and grounded, drawing that healing light in. Again, in through the crown of the head, down to the tummy. And on the exhale, expanding it out. Nice deep, slow breaths. I'm calm and grounded. Still quite early if you're practicing with me live, so if your body still feels a bit stiff, don't worry. And just release the left foot down to the mat. You can slide the right leg until it wraps all the way over the top so your legs are crossed. Extending the arms out to the side. If you're limited on space, just bend the elbows and drop the arms back. Just shift the hips slightly over to the right before dropping knees over to the left. Now, if this feels like it starts to pull on your lower back at all, just simply uncross the legs and bring them down together instead, because it's a little bit more gentle on your back that way. If you want a stronger stretch, keep the legs crossed. And then head can either stay center or gently turn to look over the right shoulder. And again, just softening into it. So you might like to close your eyes. Still breathing deeply. If there's any restriction to the breath at all, then it's an indication that it's a little bit too strong for you and you can just ease out and take the other option here. Otherwise, just settling in, letting the head be heavy, the legs be heavy. Imagine you're drawing in the Reiki healing, letting it expand out through your body on every exhale. Just taking, say, 3 more rounds of deep breath here. And then slowly coming back to center. You can start with your head and bring the knees back to the center. Uncross the legs if you had them crossed. Just shift the hips back to center. Perfect. And we'll come onto those on the other side. So this time you're bending the left knee, bringing the left ankle on top of the right. And then maybe drawing the right leg in towards you, holding behind the thigh or the shin. You might just be staying with the foot down to the mat if that's enough for you. Left foot's just flexed to protect the knee. And then once you've just got yourself settled into the pose, you can start to relax into it. Soften across the jaw, the forehead. Bring the attention back to the breath. Imagine that healing light still coming in with each inhale, down from the crown of the head, all the way to the tummy. And exhaling, expanding it out. If you find that you've visualized expanding that light out through your whole body, the whole body is filled with the healing energy, you can maybe start to expand it out even further as if it's seeping through your pores, creating a bubble of protection, of healing around you. And gently release the right foot down to the mat. Slide the left leg to wrap over the top, or just bring the legs, ankles and knees together. Arms out, shoulder height, maybe bending the elbows, dropping the hands back. Just shift the hips slightly over to the left for me before dropping the knees down to the right. Again, just pay attention to how this feels, because sometimes it feels quite different on one side to the other. So if you find you need to come into the other version on this side, please do. And then with the head, either leaving it central, gently lifting it and turning the gaze over the left shoulder, only if that feels good for your neck. And settling in, just seeing if you can relax across the lower back. If there is any sensation there, just imagine you're drawing the healing in, allowing it to go to the lower back and the lower chakras. Releasing any tension, whether that be physical, emotional, something that's stored in the cells, just allowing the combination of the pose, the physical sensation of release with the energy. I am calm and grounded. And gently bring the knees back to center, head back to center, uncrossing the legs if you had them crossed. Just hug the knees in towards the chest, and then finishing off in a gentle inversion. So you can either lift the legs up, coming into like a waterfall pose, or legs up the wall pose. If you are right by a wall, you are welcome to shuffle yourself so you can rest the legs against the wall. Maybe turning the palms up, or alternatively just bring Feet down to the mat, nice and wide, knees dropping in towards each other into a constructive rest. So you can either just place the arms beside you with palms facing up in receptive mode, ready to receive any healing that comes your way, or you can place the hands down on the tummy where you're drawing all the energy to and feeling the rise and fall of your breath. Just closing off here. Okay, perfect. Sorry, one sec. Just checking the time. Just taking a couple more breaths. And then you can release the legs down, stretch them out, reaching high. You are welcome to stay just laying and resting on your mat for as long as you need, or you can come back up to seated. Wherever you are, just taking a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody who has managed to join me for this. I hope that the piece of yoga stays with you throughout the festive season.